Hello and welcome back to day 14 of my Solver the Exit the Game Advent Calendar. I will start as always by having a look at the story for today. So I will discard the help book and the hints, which I hopefully won't need, and we will jump straight to the story for the 14th today of December. Right, there we go. Let's tear it out. Let's have a look. Right, now I have already read just the story so that I can pre-see it for you, and it basically says you opened a door with a code from yesterday. Although it's on the same floor as the other doors, it feels like an old dusty attic. But you see an old cassette recorder that you switch on and it plays some Christmas music. Make a Christmas garland as a decoration for me and as the next clue for you. Okay, so I can see around the edge of this paper there are some bits to cut out. They've got cutout signs and dashed lines around them, so I guess I'm cutting out both bits, which are also printed on the back. And it also says, as you start making the garland, the cassette stops. You turn it over, but there's no music. Instead, a deep voice reports. Paper on the differences in snow consistency in the Himalayas and the Alps. Chapter 1, Fresh Snow. And it says you don't understand what this means. So you fast forward again and here. Feet and handprints in the snow are... always the same stuff. So you fast forward to the end. The human weight appears in contrast to my... Anyway, you don't listen to any more and you turn it over because you'd rather listen to the zither version of Let It Snow Again. So I don't know what those clues are supposed to mean. Make a Christmas garland as a decoration for me and as the next clue for you. Fine, that bit up here is clear. So let's have a look at door 14. Right, where are we? We're over here, aren't we? Door 14. Right, okay. Let's open it. Oh, another one of these bits of text that I think we saw on day... right next to it, day 7 here, yeah. You can't see, but I just opened the door next to it and it has this text on it too. Right, anyway, so for today, we may need this, but we have 2 riddle cards, N1 and N2. Should we see what they've got to say for themselves? Right, let's have a look. Which is N1? N1 is the one I've put at the top, okay. Firstly, get the angle right. Arrow on arrow and hold it tight. Start at the top, and as you hold, alternate strands begin to fold. Check your folds are very neat, and that your coloured baubles meet. Then start from the very top, read around until you stop. Letters make the words throughout, the code you need to let you out. Okay, so as always, we are looking for a 3-digit code for today, which we'll then dial into our decoder by moving these sliders, and it will then tell us where the next day's Advent calendar door is. If it's lined up, we'll get 3 arrows. Because the doors are otherwise unlabelled, you have to work out where the next door is each day. So these are presumably giving us instructions on how to fold and put together those garland pieces that we found on the story for today. One other thing to do is still have a look inside the door, just because sometimes there are key clues right inside the room. Let's put my little light on. We have got Christmas decorations on the floor, a chest at the back, some Christmas garlands. Anything on the ceiling? It just looks like dust and rock and stuff. Right on the other side of the room there is a container, some nondescript items. And what about this side of the door? Yeah, a container and a bag and a bauble. That text on the door. Doesn't look like there's anything critical for today's solve. Famous last words, you know, but it doesn't look like there's anything critical for today's solve inside this room. So I'm going to go ahead and have a look at those strands and see if we can get 3 numbers just by stitching those together. Right, so I guess the first thing to do is to cut these out. And then we can start the folding. Where is this? There's an arrow. Is this what it meant by start? Because it doesn't have the word start. Oh, it does. It does have the word start here. And it has end. So... it referred to baubles of matching colour, didn't it? So we have, you can see clearly, but there are, oops, I thought I zoomed in. There are orange and pink. Possibly this different pink and purple, black and blue, yellow and green baubles here. Plus many more down this side here. What about on the other side? Yep, many more down here. And also quite a lot along here. Whether they need to match on identical colours, I would guess so. But in any case, let's cut this out. Right, that's them cut out. Let's maybe turn this light off so we lose the reflections. Right, get rid of that. Probably we don't need this right now. Let's get rid of that. But we do almost certainly need to pay attention to the cards. Now, get the angle right. I'm a bit concerned about this because if I fold this incorrectly, I'm not entirely sure if it's going to... Oh, they're not the same length. That's interesting. If I hadn't just cut them out carefully, I'd be sure that that was my own incompetence, but no, that's how they are. Firstly, get the angle right. Arrow on arrow and hold it tight. So arrow on arrow. Oh, there's an arrow at the top of here. Okay. And an arrow at the top of here. Those are the only arrows. So when it says arrow on arrow, okay, I'm going to put them like this. And I'm going to pleat them back and forth, aren't I? Pretty sure that's what's going to go on. Just to make sure I'm paying attention, let's read the instructions again. Right, get the angle right, arrow on arrow. So, that's going to be like that. That must be what it means. Start at the top. Okay, so I've got start at the top. And as you hold, so I hold it tight, alternate strands begin to fold. Okay, fine, so I'm just folding back and forth. Start from the very top, read around until... Oh, that's when I finished, so I'll put that aside. Okay, so I'm going to start by folding these bits together so the coloured baubles meet. Okay, so how can I fold this so that the coloured baubles meet? Do I fold over the top or backwards? If I keep folding backwards, is it going to fall apart? Where are the coloured baubles? There's a green here and a green here. They don't exactly meet. I definitely want to get this right. If I fold this forwards, get the angle right, arrow on arrow and hold it tight. So that's the first two lines. Start at the top, I've got that. As you hold, alternate strands, I've got to alternate, begin to fold. Check your folds are very neat and that your coloured baubles meet. Well, if I fold this back here, like this, behind itself, like that, then on the other side, I have two coloured green baubles right next to each other. So I've started by folding this one. If I now fold this one back, the other strand back, let's try and keep it neat. What baubles are meeting on the back? Two green ones. Okay, here. If I fold this one back, I've got two yellow ones. Let's hope this means I'm doing it correctly. If I fold this back, I've got two purple ones. I fold this. A bit concerned I'm getting out of alignment with the letters, but I've got two. Let's see. Actually, let's just keep the baubles together. I've got two green ones. If I now fold this one over the top, I've got two blue ones. I turned it upside down, which is why I'm folding upwards rather than downwards, like I did for the very first fold. Blue ones met. Let's fold it over again. The black ones meet. The brown ones meet. Okay. I think this may be getting a little bit out of alignment. Let's keep going. And the yellow ones meet here. Now this way. And the purple ones, let's keep it aligned. I was doing it as tight as I could for the first few folds, but I think I should just err on the side of keeping the colours as close together as possible. Purples meet, it's going to be hopefully oranges or peaches, whatever you want to call this colour. I wouldn't say this was the neatest thing I've ever done, but it's not also not complete disgrace, I'd like to think. Oranges, purples. Okay, I'm going to speed up a bit now, because clearly the colours are matching. Whatever that colour is. Disappointing blue. Can't be bothered white. I don't know, something like that. Oh yeah, another vague attempt at white, but sort of half-arsed grey. Right, let's have a look. Oranges and pinks and green. Oh, it says end. I'm going to put something on top. Oh, phew, at least that says end too. All right, so I have built my thin, whatever the thin is. Instructions for the rest of it now. Then start from the very top. This is the top, so that's the end. Read around until you stop. Letters make the words throughout, the code you need to let you out. So I guess I expand them. And what do we see? Let's zoom in a bit and see. Right. Start from the very top, read around till you stop. Letters make the word throughout, the code you need to let you out. If I just stretch it open and look at a particular angle, what do I see? Ot. Otney. Nope. Well, words... So I'm looking for digits, and they're clearly being spelt with letters, I'm guessing. So they will be from 3 letters for 1, for example, up to 5 letters for 7 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 3, 4 or 5 letters. Okay. Maybe it's a message. Ah, look. Here at the top, 1, and then a bow. I'm just going to rotate it. Looks like it says 1 red. Right, that appears to say feed, no. Here, onward, north, from here, back to the 1. Then there's a bow. Along here, F-O-U-R E. So far found a 1 and a 4, but no certain ordering. Let's try and do this very logically then, starting at the arrow. So the next surface after the arrow, okay, next surface after the arrow, F-O-U-R, rotate it as I go, Z-E, follow this surface, R, O, so 4, 0, follow this surface, T, W, O, bow. Better late than never. 402 must be the answer. That's clever, and I made that hard work by trying to guess rather than think too cleverly about it, think logically about it. I don't think clever really comes into it. 402. Right. Where is my decoder? Oh, here it is. So we start from here, and let's see if 402 is going to give us a pattern that's going to take us to another door that is actually not being used and is on the calendar. Right, let's see if this is correct then. So we've got right, right, up from day 14. Right, right, up, and the code is hexagon plus moon, and they match. So we confirmed it. So this really is, hopefully, door 15, which is the door we'll open for tomorrow's puzzle. And that means that we've solved everything for today. So that 1 I found on the fold out thing to start with was just a red herring to put me off on the wrong track. Clearly, just following the edge carefully from the start was what I needed to do. In any case, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Please do join me tomorrow. If you click on my face here and choose subscribe, then it'll be easier to find my future videos, I believe. And by here is a playlist of all of my other solves of this calendar, as well as the other 2 puzzle-based advent calendars I'm also solving this advent. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Bye.